It's the NFL.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now ETN to start the drive. Pushes past him and bulldozing his way through. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram, 10 catches, 110 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Charles, we've seen some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself. I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On second down, a run with ETN. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 47 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brenton Strange, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Lions at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you got football on Thanksgiving Day?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And it's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Here's Hooker to throw it.
It's complete. Stills. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Hooker.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
from 21 yards away.
And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you put it on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
On 1st down, right back to ETN.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And ETN going to have a Jags 1st down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Hooker. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Hooker going to change things up a bit.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery, and he stopped immediately there. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
A 33-yarder from the left hash.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing it.
Lawrence hit him, the ball is free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. back in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Handoff running left is Etienne. Afitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 29.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they're coming a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
Hooker.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Now Hooker.
This is caught.
And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Once more, Montgomery pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10 our defense. This is 3rd and goal.
Montgomery diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Lawrence will throw.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Now Lawrence.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him He's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10.
In motion goes the tight end.
To throw on second down, here's Hooker. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now a second and 10. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. That is incomplete. So we're at halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now.
Get after him, offense. Put some points on the score.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Hooker.
Open man right side of St. Brown.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Hooker now off play action.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And a 2nd down, throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down.
A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this is taken at the 23.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing. Hooker. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
counter play. Here's Gibbs.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
David Montgomery
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, Start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Aiden Hutchinson.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 33. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
It's caught, Stills, right side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy.
Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
Here's a diving catch right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Here's Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Now he's loose at the 40.
Shoves him aside. Still fighting. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed.
fourth.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. Fourth down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Lawrence will throw. And one more time, here's Kirk. And the Jags are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Bigsby.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They send Stills in motion.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Now Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3rd and 3.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
It's a throw again is Lawrence.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but